YouTube, what the Fall of the Samurai crap is going on? HeirofCarthage here, back on Total War. Shogun 2, Fall of the Samurai. I am recording kind of late tonight. I'm going to try and get a couple, maybe 3 videos in if I'm really lucky. We'll see. I stayed up late tonight, my time, watching one of the first presidential primary debates. Always like to try and see what everybody has to say, so there'll be plenty of those because it's an election year. No, I'm not trying to spark up some kind of comments about it here. Just doing my job to keep myself informed. And why am I telling you? Well, I don't know. Mainly for a couple of reasons. One, it's late. I've only got limited amount of time, and part of the reason I tell you that is because it is my son's first birthday tomorrow. Plus, I was feeling obligated to try and inform myself tonight as a citizen, so I take care of that business, which means that I'm left with less time for videos. Because I'm going to head out of town. We're going to go celebrate his birthday with some family. But I will get you what I can. And obviously want to get out, though, and go spend some time with him on his birthday, his first birthday, which is going to be exciting. But, yeah, glad to get you something before I leave, though. And don't worry, yes, I'm going to be gone, going to go spend some time with him, not taking the time away from my son. Some of you always are, you're very nice about it. You're like, yeah, don't take time away from your family. I'm not. So yeah, I got to take care of. Definitely wouldn't miss my son's birthday for anything. So let's see, we got some stuff that needs doing. I've got 313,000 koku, making 62,000 per turn. This is pretty fantastic. Now you see all the candidates tonight in a debate. If I was running for Total War president, this is what I should do. I believe in the use of meat shields, people. Peasants are meant to be meat shields. I mean, it's just straightforward. And I led this campaign to create 62,901 koku per turn income. Jobs are on the rise. Enemies are on the decline. I kept the Josei Shogunal Vanguard from... I don't know, I'm just trying to be stupid. Here we go, Total War debate, brought to you by the HeirofCarthage and Patchy News Corp. Always unfair and always unbalanced. Thought I'd have some fun. No, I'm not poking fun at any particular candidate or news station. I'm just having fun, just cracking some jokes here. So yeah, just thought it'd be kind of fun. What if there was a Total War debate? What would be the key issues in Total War in looking to determine who's going to be the next president of Total War? Oh man, we could probably get some funny comments out of this. I hope I get some funny comments out of it. I'll be watching. Clearly my opponents, though, in this campaign, like the Josei Shogunal Vanguard, would be calling for gun control due to the mass slaughter. Armstrong gun control, for sure. I'm just trying to think of some other funny things you could come up with if you were going to make, like, joking Total War campaign debates, and I think you could probably come up with a lot of funny stuff. Anyway, yes. I think there could be some funny jokes. Hopefully y'all don't take this seriously and get some kind of serious debate, because I'm definitely just intending to have fun here. So let's get the traditional dojo built up at Kyoto. That's something I wanted to handle. I did have a couple of questions I wanted to try and answer while I'm getting things started here. One viewer asked me why I don't build more military buildings. I normally do. I usually put them all over the place, but in this campaign it was all about the extremely lucrative economy that I was going for, so I dedicated this one province back here in Satsuma to training armies, and somebody like, that's a long ways from the front line. It is, and there's some inherent risk to that, in that I couldn't train a substantial army at the front line. But if you look at the armies I have at the front line, like this one, with these gold accuracy Imperial Infantry and U.S. Marines all close to 9 chevrons. This army is nothing fantastic, but it's not bad, and that's one of my worst armies. Same thing here, Army of Nightmares for my enemies, Army of Nightmares for my enemies. So really, the reason why I haven't built more is like, I mean, it's not to say it's impossible. You'll probably laugh at me if it happened. Who's going to beat me at this point? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to bring their army up and defeat one of these armies? No one. So that's why I'm not real worried about it. Let me count how many units this army almost made. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got 8, 6 line, 14, 5 more. I think we're missing 1 unit in this army. 5, 10, 5 more, 15. No, we got 20. Never mind, we're good. Air just can't count. They taught me all that calculus, and ever since then I've never been able to count. So let's see what we need to do here. Iga's going to need a lot of work before we can move on, and I may not just stick around in Iga for a long time because some of you want me to move along. I need to. I'm going to have to win the campaign that way. So what I'll do, or at least try to do, is use my Ishin Shishi to help control as I try to rocket forward at a faster pace. So I'm going to get this army moving. What we will do is go ahead and get one of these agents to help rally the populace, which is going to basically settle it all down here in Iga pretty easily. And then we'll just keep moving Ishin Shishi up to help me kind of ramp up this effort. I'm going to go ahead and take this army, and we want to get ready to attack Yamamoto, and then we're going to need to take Ki as well. And then once we've taken Yamamoto, we can kind of push up through here into Ise, Owari, Mikawa, all the old Tokugawa lands from way back when. So it ought to be pretty fun. Don't know that there's a whole lot of building I need to focus on just at the moment. I kind of want to finish that research so that my happiness is our repression goes up in every province. I can't move any of the other armies for this turn. I don't need to move any of my navies. Let's check this army that I was building up back here at Satsuma to have another one to send, and just basically to give me more flexibility. We've built up the first run of troops, so we've got a nice solid set of line infantry. Let's recruit some Armstrong guns. Definitely need 3 of those. That's going to take 3 turns. I don't even know if I'll get through 3 turns in the episode. We'll see. I need to keep my episodes somewhat timely on these next few videos because I intend to be... I want to try and get more done rather than focusing in on much of anything else. So I'm going to have 3 armored frigates. I've got 3 Kotetsu ironclads, so this ought to be a pretty nice fleet. I can't train any more torpedo boats. I've got the max number. I could train some armored Kasugas or Kitons. Don't really know that I need any of that, to be quite honest. Let's see what the recruitment is. Did I accidentally train some armored Kitons? Something screwy happened there. I'm not really sure what was going on. Yeah, I don't think I need to train any other ships. This fleet ought to be more than capable. So let's just move it over here. And once these ships are trained, I'll merge the 2 navies. So we'll have 3 ironclads, and we'll have 3 armored frigates, which should be able to defend themselves pretty nicely. And I think that we're good. I want to go ahead and end the turn and just see if we can rocket forward in some provinces. I want to take some ground and get closer to our end goal. Not because I'm going to try and hurry and finish this campaign, but I mean, it's like, really, what else should I do with the economy at this point? I can't even spend all the money I have. I'm at a point where I've just rocketed past that. More money is going to make me even more dangerous. That just won't be the case at this point. Not to say that I wouldn't like to have more, but there's really no sense in me sitting around being extremely delicate about how I handle that. We can definitely pick up the momentum at this point. Where is that railway blocked? Oh, there's a just kind of like singled out single unit over here too. I don't want to turn around and chase them, not with any of these stacks. I might use some garrison units that are nearby to take care of that. These guys are gonna have to surrender in 2 turns. We're gonna send another army up here to Mino, and this one I'll leave Ise, and we'll just go ahead and go straight for Owari with that army. These guys are allies, so obviously nothing to worry about there. Let's see, those Kyoto police, this army's all taken care of. What is that, Shugatai? I'm gonna stick all these units at Kyoto just to make sure it's extremely safe. We have all these really nice melee troops here, so if we get attacked, they can do an excellent job of defending the castle, as long as the enemy does not have a lot of artillery, which I don't think they will, so we should be fine. Ishin Shishi, we don't need all of them in this province, that's for sure. What I would like to do is kind of bring 1 down this way to help those 2 armies, and then let's send 2 forward this way, more towards the enemy fronts. We've got a veteran here that you all rightfully pointed out should be in one of my armies. Thank you. Good call. Let's push him forward. And then some of y'all mentioned that I have some on this this boat as well. Again, good call. Thank you. I'll bring him up here and disembark him.
Very well.
And then let's do the same thing. Let's get this guy. There we go. And we'll move back into our defensive position there. So one of these guys can come over here and train the troops in that army.
You slovenly samurai.
And then this one can try and catch up with the army that my daimyo's in. So yeah, that would have definitely been a misuse. I'm trying to think though. I should have 5 Eastern Shishi, and it seems like I'm only accounting for 4 right now. There's 1, 2. He's garrisoning the town. Tosa. Okay, that's where the other one was. Tosa is probably more than capable of self-sustainment at this point, and I do have that Marvin Gallatin way back here too, but I mean, it's okay. He's helping out that army, so there's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to move up here to this dock and see if we can ferry that agent across. And like I said, I think I'm just going to leave this army back here and let them help protect the homelands if needed. It's just a cheap levy army, so it won't be anything substantial. I think we need to go ahead and rocket through another turn real quick. Let's go ahead. Look at that. Josai Shogunal Vanguard's like, he left a hole! Go through it! Looks like the Josai Shogunal Vanguard is forced to attack me here. I've got both of my armies reinforcing. This is definitely an auto-resolve, nothing to see here, move along kind of thing. And let's go ahead and occupy Kawachi. So definitely starting to get some provinces now. And we will continue to use our money to build up the new provinces. Absolutely. Just with all the agents and other stuff that we have available, we can be a little more, like I said, just a little more risky. Push forward faster. Shouldn't be a big deal. Take a look at the army here. Let's go ahead and rank up this general. I don't want to forget that. Let's see. Open up covert operations. Fleets to have night battles. 5% to the replenishment rates under this man's command. That's kind of nice actually too. I'm going to start going down that route. See if we can get to that next. Bombardment. Where were we bombarded? Sanuki. Okay, and Tosa. Let's take care of that. So this little fleet. Let's move back here. When he said we still have a wind, he means like they have gas, like bad gas. All right. Whoa, man, my jokes are starting off lame tonight, folks. Let's see. Kawachi, let's take care of some business. Let's upgrade the city. Let's repair the fort. Don't need the cannon range. Trash it. Don't need the traditional dojo to start with, so trash that as well. And we will upgrade the trading port. Only makes sense. Yamashiro, we can upgrade the traditional dojo. Nothing that we need to take care of there. Iga is all under control as well, and that's my newest provinces, so we'll just kind of be focused there. What do we got here going on? Silk Weaving Master Dojo. Let's drop the police station in there. I got this fleet up here in the north that just hasn't had to do much at this point, so I'll just occasionally try and remember to do some bombardment. Let's get these armies to continue to march towards their objective. It's going to take a little while. Rail. I guess we could have taken, well, yeah, the rail wouldn't have helped us here because it kind of goes through this tunnel. Once we get a hold of Mino, the rail could actually be potentially helpful if I still had troops back there, but I really don't.
Advisor, gentlemen. Part-time rogue and at your service.
Advisor, part-time rogue, and at your service. That is quite the resume there, my friend. And quite the accent, too. It was quite nice. Are you Brits happy with me for saying that I enjoyed the accent there? Rather than everything being Kentucky Fried nonstop. Alright, so got this agent down here. This army can go ahead and push on. Let's kind of scout ahead. Nothing nothing particularly threatening ahead of us. We got all those Shogatai now. It's going to be a lot of fun to cut units up with the Shogatai. So Kawachi... I'm not going to stay in Kawachi long, just long enough. We can try and pick up this other Ishin Shishi to help at Kawachi. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go here, and then we'll come back, pick him up, and sail him across. It'll still be the fastest way. Let's get down here and really destroy one of my torpedo boats. Rotten Hades. Let's come back here, replen, and let's see if we can replace my torpedo boat. Wooden Corvette. Corvettes. There we go. We'll get my torpedo boat replaced just because I want it. Alright. So took care of that business. Not a whole lot else we can do on this turn. Let's go ahead and end it again. We'll just try and blow through a couple of turns here. I'm gonna have so much money in the treasury, it's gonna be ridiculous. Let's see. Oh, you know what else we could do for our fun debate jokes, or in our politically themed jokes tonight? If Patchy were running for president of Total War, what questions would you, the viewer, have for him? You know, something important like, Patchy, if you were president, why are you so awesome? Or, Patchy, what's your favorite flavor of Jell-O? You know, all the very important questions that you all need to know, so I'll leave that up to you. I feel like it's important that we all understand the key things that matter in all of our lives, and those are pretty high on the list, I think. So yeah, that's... Oh man. I don't know why it's so much fun for me to joke about politics. Probably because it frustrates me so much that it's just like a way to release some of the anger. So there we go. Let's see. Let's get this army. Let's take this one toward Owari. Take this one toward Mino. There we go. Let's get this guy in here to keep training troops. Got our Ishin Shishi, should be helping to convert this province rather rapidly. We got one that's helping in Iga. And as soon as this magistrate's done and that fortress is upgraded, honestly, Iga's probably going to be okay to stand on its own. Actually, it probably won't, but we'll see. Yeah, there's probably resistance to invaders that's... Yeah, it's still causing a -4, so... And we could always just exempt the tax, though, and walk off, because we're not dependent on the tax income at this point. And we could potentially do the same thing down here, too, just to keep things moving.
Yes. In his name.
What did we capture some junk that I don't want? How many chitons do I got here? Got a lot of chitons. Let's bring in the torpedo boat.
Your orders, my lord.
And
Ready, sir.
let's go ahead and go attack that Josei Shogunal Vanguard fleet here. Get rid of him.
Moving out.
He was raiding one of our allies' ports.
Honor me, my lord. Your next command, my lord.
Let's get down here, get this agent on, and let's go drop that agent over there. Okay. I was trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to do on this turn. Did we finish training the Armstrong guns? It looks like we did. So let's kind of go to the next step on this army. We got Armstrong guns, we have line infantry, probably need to tank up on some Saber Cav, probably 4 units in total. Looks like it's going to take us 4 turns to get there. We've got our armored frigates and kotetsus, which will serve as a transport for that army that's being trained. How many turns? It's going to take me 3 turns. No, 4 turns to get here. So I'm going to go ahead and start sailing that way. I know there's a fleet right there raiding me, but it's really not any big concern to me. They're not hurting anything. Let's see, what else do we have to do? Just Just make sure we've moved all these armies up front. We have. We've got our agents where we need to be. Let's go ahead and rocket through another turn. We're about to get in a big battle down here with the Odwara and the Josei Shogunal Vanguard. Should be pretty fun, potentially. Kind of does feel nice to be on the move again. Oh, look at that, the Odwara pushing forward like that. Province was bombarded way back here at Iwami. Not sure that that particularly concerns me though either. Like I said, it's really not going to make any impact on the enormous coffers of my treasury. I want to attack the Odwara here. They're not going to get any reinforcements, and their army is going to be poorly equipped to take down my own. They do have 2 Kisho Ninja. We'll keep an eye out for them. My Shogatai or Saber Cav, or even Yariki for that matter, ought to be able to fight them off fairly effectively. I want to do this with minimal losses so that I don't need to retreat or retrain in order to take out the army that's up there in the garrison as well. And I need to check out and see how many turns away I am from winter as well, because campaigning during winter becomes more challenging unless you have shorter walks in between provinces that you intend to capture. And it's still going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 turns before that army down in Satsuma, probably more like 10 turns before it's up on the mainland, ready to contribute. We could go drop it behind enemy lines too, which might be kind of fun. It can certainly fight its way there. I think with 3 Kotetsu and the armored frigates, there's not much navies that are going to be able to stand in its way. The Kotetsu have an insane range and can snipe off enemy ships extremely effective. Let's see, we do have cannons. We should be able to draw the enemy towards us. Just kind of get our basic standard formation set here. I'm going to start off with my cannons up front because they're the slowest. Get my general back here. Get my Yariki. There we go, and my Shogatai can back up my rifle troops. Shogatai is going to be some nice additions. Very, very nice attack on those troops. And then the bonsai ability makes them that much more dangerous, as they can, if you use it correctly, they can nearly fight to the death.
Men are ready to attack, sir.
I kind of need. Let's see what this position right here looks like, and let's also see if my cannons are in a position to draw the enemy to me. They're actually shorter range, but if the enemy comes forward just a little bit, I might be able to kind of poke them into going ahead and moving into my position. Let's get those. Yeah, the enemy is just outside my range. Let's go ahead and limber. And let's just move the cannons forward a little, but let's move all my infantry troops forward quite a lot to the top of this ridgeline. I don't believe they have any cannons. They do not. I want to get to the top of this ridge so I have a clear, unobstructed line of sight from the high ground. All I need to do is just move up my cannons a little, not a lot, because the AI may start to try and rush towards me as I get to a better position. Okay, let's kind of take a look at this terrain again. I think if we come across pretty much like that, it should be about right. Let's make sure we got Shogatai. There we go. Let's go ahead and just pull our cannons forward a little bit while the AI is allowing us to, without them actually rushing me. The closer we get, the more accurate our shots should be anyway. Yeah, this is a mistake by the AI to let me get my cannons this close. They should have rushed forward while they were still limbered. It would have helped them avoid a few shots, but one can imagine why they're not too keen on rushing my infantry position. Okay, got all my guys set. Let's give my cannons firing priorities. Generals Hatamoto, Yariki, Samurai Hero. That unit does have a lot of arrows and very long range. We're going to actually target it with our cannons. It's also going to inspire other nearby units. So I think it's worthy of our attention. It's an expensive unit that is capable of killing my men from long range. So I'm going to destroy it. It's down to 9 men. It's going to be a hard unit to rout just from losses though, because it's got very high morale. Okay, at this point we should be able to retrain our target. The Samurai Hero is as good as wrecked. Okay, my cannons are gonna just hammer away. So let's let you watch some of the sweet breech loading action here on the Armstrong guns. I'm very pro Armstrong gun. I feel like that they play an essential role in Total War, which is the complete and utter decimation of one's enemies. They project a strong foreign policy for one's clan. Oh man. Do I sound presidential tonight or what, people? I'm also very pro forcing my enemy into a line of rifles. I feel like I don't like my enemy and I want them to die quickly and in a way and fashion that's entertaining to me. Because that's what's important in Total War. It's not just that you defeat your enemies, it's that you're entertained by it. And in the words of the great Maximus, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Man, I should run my own Total War debate. That'd be fun sometime, right? Just for kicks. Get like Lionheart and Prince of Macedon and myself and a few others that are big into Total War and have like a goofy Total War debate or something. That'd be hilarious. Oh man, I get a kick out of that. All of us, of course, putting on our best politician impressions. I think making fun of politicians is possibly something that could open up, like, you know, cross-country lines, right? Like, does not everybody in their own country like teasing politicians? I mean, is that not something we can all agree on, right? Alright, so I got my guys just unloading on the enemy at this point. You can see it's a mass slaughter of epic proportions. You see the poor enemy infantry units being cut down in troves. Man, this game is so beautiful. And one of the best things about it is that you don't experience the crippling frame lag that you do in Attila. And I give Attila a lot of crap recently, and the next time I make an Attila video, I will walk through all the things that I like about it, because there are many things that I like about it, but it does. That's still something to this day that just irritates the snot out of me. The frame rates on it are just awful when you get up close into battle like that. It's just something that bugs me. But like I said, this game is beautiful. If you do not own a Total War game, and you want to get into Total War, Shogun 2 is not necessarily the only choice, but it's a great choice. It's an older game, which means it's probably more likely to work with your computer. It doesn't have to be as front-end. It runs well, it's fun, it's a fun time period, it's just got good content. The campaign AI is similar to other Total War games. It's not perfect. The battle AI is not perfect. But it's just good old-fashioned fun. It's kind of hard to go wrong. Let's get this agent and train the troops there. I'm about to cut this episode off because I'm out of time. Let's take this agent, move down here to Kawachi to rally the populace. I wonder if actually just exempting it from tax will solve the problem, so that's what we're going to do for now. And we will actually reroute this agent down here to Ki, and we'll leave this agent here to help convert Yamato, yeah, I guess. I may have said it wrong earlier, and if I did, I apologize. But who would be surprised if I said it wrong, is what we should say. So the Odwara are about to lose Mino. The Owari, or the Josei Shogunal Vanguard, is for some reason giving this group a good chance, better than they deserve in the auto-resolve. I'll maintain the siege there. So in the next episode, we really should be ready to take a lot of provinces. Probably at least 3 and possibly more. I'm guessing 4 or 5 provinces that will probably fall to us on the next episode. And if we look at victory conditions just real quick, let's see. Yeah, victory conditions right here. We hold 43 of 50 provinces loyal to the imperial cause. So it won't be hard to get 7 more of those. We're probably going to get most of them on the next episode. We just need to capture Musashi, which is going to be the Josei Shogunal Vanguard's capital, basically. Which I believe... Musashi... I'm in the wrong spot here. Musashi, yeah, right here. And that's Edo, which is going to be the castle town there. So, and our crazy new fleet should be able to sail our new army down there. Maybe that'll be our task force to go hit Musashi or something. That might be a lot of fun. Hope you all enjoyed this. HeirofCarthage signing off for now. I will see you back on the next episode of Shogun 2 Follower Samurai Saga campaign.